Welcome everyone, watching my Atriox tutorial video. Today, I want to bring a guide video for all players who want to learn how to play as Atriox. First, I'll break down 3 key points to explain how to play The first point covers Atriox's hero unit and leader power. The second point discusses maps where Atriox performs well, and maps that work against him. The third point explains how to deal with every other leader when using Atriox. So let's move on to the first point. First of all, Atriox doesn't have any unique units. His hero unit is Atriox's Chosen. This hero excels at taking out low-tier infantry, yet Atriox's Chosen has no abilities at all. Atriox's Chosen is the core of Atriox's playstyle, and this is extremely important. Now let's take a look at Atriox's leader power. The first leader power is countermeasures. Its effect is to deploy plasma mines around newly captured control towers and power nodes. It also enables Jirelhane jumpers to place TR9 trip mines when they activate their jump packs. This leader power is extremely important, and you should invest your first leader power point into upgrading it. When you capture nodes, combining this leader power with Atriox's Chosen lets you defend them really well. Nodes are extremely vital in Halo Wars 2, and this is a key point to remember. For the second leader power, I recommend picking Fortifications. And you should also choose Fortifications, too. As your third leader power, Fortifications reduces the cost and construction time of stronghold upgrades, fortify upgrades, and turret upgrades. This grants you massive economic and defensive advantages. Under normal circumstances, this power allows you to expand and defend effectively throughout the match, making it an excellent leader power. Moving on to the fourth leader power, it's quite crucial. Your choice depends on your playstyle and the match situation, and I'll walk you through how to pick it. First up is the Plasma Mines leader power. It works well when the enemy fields lots of tier 2 units like Warthogs and other vehicles. You can place Plasma Mines on choke points or high ground, and you can also combo it with Jirelhane jumpers, JP. The Dying Breath leader power is usually picked if you tech up to tier 2 Dark Skies and mass Jirelhane jumpers, or Banshees, for an aggressive push. If you don't plan to launch a tier 2 all-in attack on your opponent, you can put points into this power later. When you have extra leader power points, you can pick the Atriox's Bulwark leader power when you unlock tier 2 tech and assemble a mixed army to launch an offensive. It offers solid protection for your units. The Spirit Assault leader power is typically chosen when the opponent's army consists of a large number of infantry units. This leader power counters infantry very effectively, and its tier 2 and tier 3 upgrades also grant you powerful siege capabilities. The Glassing Beam leader power is generally picked when the enemy fields slow-moving units, as it deals extremely powerful area of effect damage. Avoid taking this power if your opponent has lots of fast units. Otherwise, you will waste a large amount of resources with nothing to show for it. Teleport is generally chosen when your hero needs to retreat, as it provides great protection for your hero. The Unbreakable leader power is extremely powerful, yet it costs a huge amount of resources. It is usually taken when you build a mixed army centered around numerous raids to attack your opponent. The Eradication leader power is fantastic. It deals massive area damage and works best when the enemy has a large army. If the opponent's entire force gets hit by this ability, you will almost certainly win the fight. So I've gone over all of Atriox's leader powers. I hope everyone remembers how each of Atriox's leader powers should be used, as this is extremely important. Atriox has some great leader power combinations. If you pick them wisely, you'll gain a strong economy and access to abilities that can handle any scenario provided you make the right choices. Next, I will walk viewers through Atriox's strengths and weaknesses on every map. First up is the Badlands map. I'd say Atriox performs incredibly well here. This map has intricate terrain filled with countless choke points. You can heavily cripple the enemy by laying mines across these narrow passages. Additionally, the resource nodes are relatively close to one another, which means your Atriox's Chosen won't have to travel far to eliminate enemy units contesting the nodes. Furthermore, both players' secondary bases sit right beside their main bases and are far away from the enemy's spawn. If the opponent marches to attack your base, you will have plenty of time to build defensive structures. What's more, you will usually expand faster than your rival once you hold an economic lead. So my verdict is that Atriox performs extremely well on the Badlands map. Next map is Bedrock. Atriox also fares pretty well here. The resource nodes and the central base on this map are actually very close to each other, separated only by high ground and other terrain features. It's somewhat challenging for Atriox's Chosen to hold the nodes on this map. There is plenty of elevated terrain surrounding each node, so enemy long-range units like snipers can't easily pick off your Atriox's Chosen. Additionally, Defending bases on this map is not straightforward. You need to deploy more units to secure map control if you want an easy victory. All things considered, I'd say Atriox is still a solid choice for this map. The next map is Fissures. This map is actually quite small, and all about fighting over resources. There are many vital resource points in the center of the map. It's a map that heavily favors early rushes. Also, all the resource nodes are spaced far apart from one another. However, once you tech up from Tier 1 to Tier 2 and establish your second base, your position becomes pretty solid. So I'd rate Atriox as only barely viable on this map. Next map is Frontier. This map also heavily revolves around early rushes and resource contests. The three central resource nodes are extremely close to each other, yet the nodes on the far left and far right are widely separated. Whoever gains control of the large elevated area in the middle of the map usually secures an easy victory. Atriox performs decently in the early game here. On top of that, your second base will almost always get spotted by enemy scouts quickly. Overall, this map is fairly compact as well, so I'd say Atriox is just barely usable on this map.
Next map is Highway.
This map doesn't get picked very often. The mini bases are spaced extremely far apart, and the resource nodes are also widely separated. There are 4 portals on the map, 2 positioned right outside the entrances of your main base, and its adjacent expansion bases. Scouting is critical here.
Even though the map looks huge, enemy armies can reach your position rapidly if they plan an attack.
This map favors leaders with highly mobile units, yet it's a poor fit for That's why I generally don't recommend picking Atriox on this map. The next map is Mirage. First off, this map is unlike most others, with resources scattered across separate areas. There are only 4 resource nodes in total, and a large minor base sits right in the center. This map also heavily leans into early rushes. It's usually really hard to expand a second base, unless both you and your opponent deplete most of your Tier 1 units. This map is also quite small, so enemy scouts will easily spot your second base. So I'd say Atriox is only barely viable on this map. Next map is Rift. This map has an abundance of resources, and both players' main bases are positioned on high ground. This means you can easily spot incoming early rushes from your opponent. Matches on this map usually turn into full-scale fights once both sides hit tier to 10. The resource nodes are not too far apart, and there are lots of narrow choke points all over the map. So this map works really well for The next map is Sentry. This map features many complex mechanics, such as the central bridge that activates every 2 minutes and stays open for 1 minute each time. All resource nodes on this map are spaced very far apart, which makes it really challenging for your Atrioxes chosen to secure full control over every node. Matches on this map often drag on into Tier 3 tech warfare, and the central bridge design makes air units extremely powerful here. Therefore, I think Atriox performs pretty well on this map. The next map is Vault. This map is massive with abundant resources, and none of the resource nodes are overly far apart. There are 2 portals on the central high ground. The map is filled with various elevated terrains and narrow choke points, which synergize perfectly with Atriox's leader power. This map heavily tests players' overall map awareness, so I'd say Atriox is an excellent pick here. Now that I've gone over Atriox's strengths and weaknesses on every map, I hope everyone watching this video adjusts their playstyle based on the situation. This is extremely important. Here's my difficulty ranking for facing different leaders, as Tier S represents the hardest opponents, while Tier C stands for the easiest ones. Viewers can use this as a reference. Hello everyone watching the video. Now let's move on to the gameplay segment. My opponent picked Isabel. Isabel usually rushes tier to tech quickly and mass produces lots of warthogs. However, if you play as Atriox and use the right counters, you can easily hold off their attacks. I went for a pretty standard opening and built 1 chopper at the start of the game. Securing the map's resources and minor outposts early on is extremely vital on the map vault.
Rally point set. Harvester constructed. Chopper ready to scout.
Send the chopper over here to scout and capture resources as it moves.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
The enemy's marines came through the portal. My grunts can't hold them off, so I'll pull them back to the side for now.
On the move. Chopper moving. Listen up.
Send the grunts elsewhere to capture resources. The enemy's jackrabbit is attacking my other group of grunts. You can see that my opponent is playing very aggressively.
Into battle.
I skipped fast tier 2 and expanded onto a big mini base instead.
I need more grunts to hurl at the enemy. At your command. Harvester constructed. Where are my fresh recruits? Faster,
The enemy
I'll
jackrabbit's right
punch you
here.
myself.
My grunts are probably gonna get wiped out. My chopper spotted his marines.
Out of my way! Augmented extractor upgrade complete. Make way! That's gonna score! Moving to position! Mini base complete. Chopper, moving out! Out of my way!
His marines haven't gone through the portal here. I don't want my chopper wasting too much time eliminating them, so I'll keep capturing resources instead.
Silence! Stand to attention! Get those resources! Ready yourselves! Mini base complete.
My build is Atriox's Chosen, paired with masses of grunts to seize all resource nodes across the map.
Feasting time! Rally point set. Quiet, fools! Harvester constructed. Ready to destroy the enemy. What do you want? Forward. Ready yourselves.
I currently have the fortification's eye-leader power, but I'm in no rush to build a second base. I want to wait until I unlock fortifications too.
Hungry for blood. Quiet, fools.
My current objective is to capture all resource nodes and secure map control.
The general on I will rise. Get them spotted. Capture that point. Make way. I'm under attack from enemy air units. Runs, ready. Hold your tongues and listen. Rally point set.
Send the chopper to scout out the enemy's position.
None shall stop me. Out of my way. Local units. Attack. All units. Belongs to Atriox. Local units. Running low on cannon fodder. Can you move faster? I heard you. Yes. Move out. Harvester constructed. They're attacking. Get to work on those resources. Run squad, moving to position. Into the augmented extractor upgrade complete. On my way. You were stupid to fight me.
Now I have a general idea of what the opponent is up to.
Silence. Stand to attention. Make way for a chosen. Hold your tongues and listen. With the will of Atriox, I am unstoppable.
The opponent is mass-producing jackrabbits at Tier 1 tech, but this isn't a good matchup against I just need to deploy my units here, then either expand a new base or wait until Tier 2 tech unlocks. Don't let your Atriox's Chosen wander around at this point. They'll die.
Let's go. Wretches are braver than I thought. I have to tell you twice. All units.
Staying here for now is a safe and practical choice.
Upgrade complete. I am your instrument. We're losing a power.
You can send your Atriox's Chosen to pick off the opponent's isolated jackrabbits.
Units.
Once I finish researching Tier 2 tech, this game becomes really straightforward.
Losing a power node to the enemy. All units. All units. Squad ready. Moving out.
He spotted my new base.
All units. On my way. All units. Outpost constructed.
The cost for me to expand new bases and upgrade existing ones is extremely low.
Citadel upgrade complete. Our base is under attack. Harvester constructed. Get moving. On the move.
Judging from the current situation, my economy is far ahead of the opponent, and this is one of Atriox's major strengths.
Stronghold upgrade complete.
Give it a little more time, and all my new bases will have strong defenses.
Constructed.
I only need to defend my bases and nodes now, and I already hold a massive advantage.
On my way.
Do you remember what I said earlier about how to counter a fast tier to mass warthog rush?
Scorch rounds researched. Harvester constructed. Rally point set.
My base defenses still need some time to finish.
Augmented extractor upgrade complete.
I picked plasma mines as my 4th leader power, and it's extremely important.
Squad moving to position. Harvester constructed. Rally point set. Atriox.
Traps counter warthogs really well.
Harvester upgrade complete. Move to position. Upgrade complete.
His main army is attacking this base of mine, but my Atriox's chosen aren't here yet, and will take a while to arrive.
Understood.
What I need to do now is buy time.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete. All units.
I still need some time to produce tier 2 units.
Our base is under attack. Forward. Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
The number of troops he has in front of him is still insufficient.
Harvester upgrade complete. On my way. Ready to destroy the enemy. Our base is under attack. All units belong to Atriox. Turret constructed.
I see he has Wolverines with cloaking detection.
It's decided. What do you want? We're losing a power node to the enemy. Drown on the wing. Mini base complete.
My Atriox's chosen are still guarding my mini base.
Point earned. Augmented harvester upgrade.
I've upgraded plasma mines too.
Upgrade complete. Wreck, ruin and break. I could not. Turret constructed.
I'm mass producing marauders right now because they don't cost power, letting me quickly gather resources to reach tech tier 3.
The enemy has destroyed one of our buildings. Harvester constructed.
Let Atriox's chosen help recapture the node that the grunts took.
Base is under attack. Marauder here. Where do you need us? Get moving. Ready yourselves. Get out of the way.
The opponent's attack didn't cost me many units, which is acceptable.
Moving out. Hold your tongues and consider it done.
I can now research tier 3 tech, and this will be a crucial play to secure victory.
Units. All units.
Don't let Atriox's chosen engage the enemy hero head-on.
Destroy one of their buildings. All units. Rally point set. Rally point set. We have destroyed an enemy structure. Into position. Chosen coming through. Retarget improved. Upgrade complete.
Small enemy squads have been spotted advancing over here, but I don't think it's a major threat.
Has been destroyed. Shall soon be clear for us. Our base is under attack. Moving immediately.
My base is protected by shields, so I'm fine.
All units. Moving out.
The enemy is still attacking this base.
We've destroyed an enemy building. War Council constructed.
But I've already hit tech tier 3 and unlocked raids.
Base is under attack. All units. Upgrade complete.
This mine is extremely critical. This is insane! Look at this! This will greatly weaken the enemy's attack.
An enemy building has been destroyed. Enemy units spotted. All units.
I have a large number of marauders and engineers, which can easily take down his scorpions.
Here I go! I am unstoppable! With the wheel of Atriox receiving fire! Harvester constructed. Throttle. Make way for a chosen!
Attacks from Atriox's Chosen are easy to dodge, so my Atriox's Chosen may not be able to beat his hero.
Enemy building.
He took control of my units, but this cost him a lot of resources.
Has been taken out. Troops down. We'll get it done. Cranking the all units. Pressing on. Rally point set. Harvester constructed. Leader power ready. Let's go. Leader point earned.
Now I need to take back my mini base.
Our base is under attack. Harvester constructed.
My economy's doing really well right now, and will soon have a massive numerical advantage in troops.
Enemy structure. Ring ready. We're losing a power node to the enemy. Rally point set. Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
I'm thinking about launching an effective attack right now.
Upgrade complete. All units. Going there now. The enemy has destroyed one of our buildings. Ready for battle. All units. Harvester constructed. I have to tell you twice. Feasting time. Making my all units.
I basically control the entire map now.
What's in scattered? An enemy building has been destroyed. With the wheel leader power ready. Make way for chosen.
Deploying plasma mines in these critical, narrow choke points is extremely threatening.
Reaver report. We've destroyed an enemy building. Mini base complete. I am unstoppable. We're losing.
Lure the enemies into my plasma mines.
We're losing a power node to the enemy. Of course. I will rain down. Out of my way. Here I go. Silence. Stand to attention. What was reinforcements level 1 researched. Mini base complete. Batteries ready to launch. Rally point set. Another kill for the Flisterback. We have destroyed an enemy structure.
I need to wait until I have enough troops before fighting the opponent.
Our base is under attack. Mini base complete. On my way. I'm a walking barrage of garrison the structure right here. The enemy is attacking. Harvester constructed. Ready. Moving to position. The enemy has destroyed one of our buildings. Let this be proof of my loyalty. Leader power ready. Mini base complete.
I've been trying to weaken the opponent's troops or economy as much as possible.
Small matter. As long reinforcements level 2 researched. We're losing a power node to the enemy. The enemy is attacking me. I've broken something. destroyed. I'll get it done. I am unstoppable.
It seems the opponent can't hold back any longer and will attack now.
The enemy has captured our power node.
Against these slow-moving units, I need the glazing beam.
I go. Raise under assault from artillery.
Waste some of the opponent's resources here.
We've destroyed an enemy building. All units ready to take down some air units. All units.
The opponent has launched a fierce assault, and my troops are ready to encircle theirs.
Units. All units. Atriox. All units. Turret improved. We have destroyed an enemy structure. All units.
Now my Atriox is chosen have returned, and I can wipe out his troops. When playing as Atriox, against enemy units with low movement speed, but high combat power, you should use offensive leader powers as much as possible, instead of defensive ones.
Squad under heavy fire. All units. Rally point set. Rally point set.
His main army has been wiped out. He can no longer resist my forces.
I have our base is under attack. I am under artillery fire. Logistics level 1. Researched. All units. All units. All units. All units. All units. All units.
He seized control of my units again, yet he can no longer reverse his massive disadvantage.
Fortified level 3 researched. All units. Weaklings. All units. You're doomed, pathetic. All units. All units. All units. My targets. Leader power ready. The enemy. All units. Never cross swords with a raid. All units. Leader point earned. All units. All units. Our base is under attack. Chosen all units. The enemy is killing you. I am command. All units. My way. Reaper running. All units. Harvester constructed. We've killed an enemy Spartan. With the will,
Victory is already decided at this point.
the enemy building has been destroyed.
This is my Atriox tutorial for everyone watching this video. If you enjoy it, feel free to subscribe to my channel and support me via PayPal donations. Thanks for watching.